with the rear cover off, I'm still doing as much of it as I can on the engine stand before we actually have to lift it up off of it to get everything else. I'll clean this all up. But down here is this little plastic barbell, and we're gonna replace that with an ICT billet one. So I'm gonna just take a little something to pry it out a little bit, or maybe some pliers, and then we'll put the new one in. I'll show you. There we go. Some people thread a screw in it to pull it out, but I guess you can get it out this way. This barbell, what this does is it goes back and forth and prevents the dirty oil from getting back through your engine. And sometimes these can fail. They're made of, it's plastic, it's hard plastic, but it's plastic. If these fail, which is not common, but it's a cheap part to replace. If these do fail though, you will get a lot of dirty oil in your engine, not good. Or you could have a catastrophic failure. What we are replacing it with is this here from Improved Racing. It is a billet aluminum barbell. I'll show you what it looks like. So that is what it looks like. Shiny piece of billet with some O-rings. And what they ask you to do is they want you to really lubricate it good. So I mean, just cover it in, I'll probably lather some on. You want the O-rings nice and lubricated when you put the barbell in. And you can stick it in. That's it. Just like that. This actually comes with a threaded end to it. You can actually stick a screw in there if you want to, if you had to pull it out. But hopefully never have to do that again. Most people don't ever do that because, listen, if the car is not taken apart, it's not like something like an IMS bearing on a Porsche where you have to do it. But on this car, it definitely makes it easier, and you make your life easier to do that when it's out. Whoop. Okay, so rear main seal installation. Now that we've done the barbell, we've got the barbell on there. I'm gonna start putting this on. I'm not gonna I have the gasket here, but I'm not gonna actually put the rear main seal on just yet. We're gonna do that after the fact because I wanna line it up perfect with the actual crank there on the main. So we're just gonna put a couple of bolts in, we'll thread them in. Okay, so now that I got those bolts in, not tightened, but just in, okay? You take this here, and this will actually seat in and hold the actual timing cover, rear cover in place while we adjust it to where we want it to be. I feel like it's got to go down because we have a gasket there. I might have to lower the oil pan just a hair in the back. Let's do that. All right, I literally just undid 2 bolts there just so the timing cover, the rear cover has a little more wiggle room. This goes right in here. Right on, there we go, just like that. And that makes a perfect circle kind of around the actual cover itself. So then what I can do is I can tighten down the actual cover and I'll snug it into place. And I'm not gonna permanently tighten it. I'm gonna tighten it so I have that perfectly in place. Then I'll put in the seal, and then I'm gonna take these out individually, put blue Loctite on them so they don't come off, and then torque them all down as they need to be. But we'll have at least this snugged up into a perfect position so that when we put the new seal on, it doesn't leak, because these are notorious for doing that. See how that has spin to it? It's kind of work its way in, just like that. Now, when we take this out and we put the actual seal on, it'll fit perfect in there. So I got this in here like that. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna slowly work this on with this guy. And then we will use a wooden mallet to tighten it down. Like that, there.
If you're looking for a great way to support our channel, check out lowboostfilms.com. Not only does this support the channel, but you'll look great while you do it as well. We have a great selection of different types of apparel and merchandise that you guys can buy. I also have a selection of car parts and tools that we've reviewed on the channel that we know work well for sale on there as well at a good price, so make sure you check it out.
Shit's in. Take this off. And we'll just looks pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so we hit all these with Loctite, and they get 18 foot-pounds all the way around. Blue Loctite. I'm just going to put these in now. These are smaller than all the other oil pan bolts, and I know there's torque specs on them, but I have absolutely snapped these off. So I just do them to my torque spec, which I feel is just nice and snug and tight. Hold it all together for me. Because I have snapped these off, and then you got to take the whole oil pan off to do it. So let's not go down that road again. That's all I want. Then I'll do the rest. So I'm really close to dropping this thing back into the Corvette. I just got to put the flywheel and the clutch on, which I'm going to do in the next episode. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and stay up to date on all that. If you can't wait until next week's episode, make sure to check out these videos that I already have ready to go.